Now know who will be at this meeting at the White House on Friday. Boehner, McConnell, Reid, and Pelosi. All four of them meeting with the president at the 11th. Actually, it's past the 11th. That'd be the 13th hour on Friday. With me now, a senator who just gave the government a check for $600,000 from money he saved from his own office budget annually. Kentucky Republican Rand Paul. How are you, sir? And good morning to you.
Very good.
What's Friday all about, do you think?
Well, I wish it were about actually cutting some spending. Instead, I think it'll be belly aching about slowing down the rate of growth of spending. And I'm getting kind of annoyed at the president lining up local police officers and saying their jobs will be lost when everybody knows their salaries are paid by local taxes. And we've presented the president with something, a sequester plan with no layoffs, where you just don't rehire people who retire from government. And we pay federal workers the same as private workers, and that pays for most of the sequester.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that. I think you were talking with us just 2 weeks about that very idea. It has not gone anywhere yet. Would you expect it to?
We're going to try to make it one of the alternatives. It's always a fight around here to see if they'll let you have a vote on your alternative, but I've presented it to my caucus, and I'm also presenting it as an amendment to whatever they come up with for Thursday or Friday.
Well, have you gotten a sniff of Democratic support on that yet?
Well, you know, we haven't presented it to the other side yet, but you'd think there are fairly easy solutions. We don't rehire people. We pay federal workers the same as private workers. We cut their travel by 25%, and we say there has to be competitive bidding. The problem is many Democrats don't like competitive bidding because they like to pay federal workers union scale instead of what the competitive wage is. So that could be a problem.
You find so much savings in these travel budgets. I mean, that's becoming more and more clear. But you save $600,000 out of an annual budget of $3.5 million. What did you do?
We save it by watching every penny. We watch how many people we hire. We had a few people retire or leave for other jobs, and we didn't replace them. We also watch what we spend on ink cartridges, computers, travel budget. We watch a host of things, but we watch it as if it were our own money. In fact, we have a bill that would have this go throughout all of government, and we would give civil servants bonuses based on how much savings they find in their own budget.
That's novel. Wonder if that goes anywhere, huh? Especially given the, this $16.6 trillion. Is it Mick Mulvaney, Republican from South Carolina? He saved $160,000 in his House budget, which is less than yours in the Senate side, but still quite sizable. One more question here, Senator, if I could. You helped lead the charge, what it appeared publicly, against Chuck Hagel. Yet you voted to confirm him yesterday as Defense Secretary. He was sworn in about 2 hours ago at the Pentagon. Why the vote to favor him?
I filibustered him twice because I wanted more information, and I think when Republicans stick together, we can get information. I was disappointed, though, that several on my side, after they filibustered him, immediately announced they weren't going to continue the filibuster, so we never really got the information. I'm the same way on Brennan. I want to know more information about drone strikes in America. On final passage, though, I take the position that the president does have some leeway and some prerogative in who he appoints to political appointees. So I would like to get as much information as we can. I'll stick with the party if the party will stick together to try to get more information. And in the end, I voted for John Kerry also, although I agree with almost nothing that John Kerry represents. Will
Secretary Hagel be a good and satisfactory defense secretary in your view?
I don't really know. I think there are many sort of libertarian reasons not to be excited about a guy who voted for the Iraq War, voted for the Patriot Act, is in favor of a national draft. But there's also reasons from a conservative perspective not to be happy. I don't know what will happen. I do think, though, that he's open to the fact that we will have to save some money in the military, and I am open to that also.
Senator, thank you for your time. A lot to talk about. We'll continue our discussion soon. Rand Paul there from Capitol Hill. Martha.